Number 5, what do we do? Well, we basically got to get it always set, the trinomial always set equal to 0. So I need to move this 6x squared over. So the first thing is always get the trinomial set equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract 6x squared from both sides. It gives me 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 equals the 0 I want. Now I need to break the trinomial down into the product of two binomials. So we have to think, hey, what times what is going to give us a 0? And then we'll set each of these equal to 0. That's what we're going to do. So I need to factor that guy. How do we factor that guy? I'm just backing up here. How do we factor a 3x squared? Well, we're going to do the method of busting B, where we come in and we bust this minus 2x into two parts. Maybe we do a minus 4x plus 2x. Maybe it's a minus 5x plus 3x. I don't know. We have to figure it out. How do we figure out? Well, we multiply this front piece in front of the x squared, the a value, times that back number there, the c value. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. What multiplies together to give us negative 3? 1 times 3. One of them's got to be positive. One's got to be negative. Well, we want to lose more, so we know it's a negative on that piece and a positive on this piece. Now, as I've told you, when we do this, if we're going to break it up and one of them's positive, one's negative, put the negative piece first. So we're going to put minus 3x here plus, I'm going to go ahead and put 1x. Okay, normally it's just x. And then I'm going to bring down this piece, 3x squared. Bring down this piece, minus 1 equals 0. So all I've done is I've rewritten the 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 into a 3x squared, and I just busted the b apart to a negative 3x plus 1x. Now I'm going to factor this. Whenever I have four pieces, I always factor by grouping. I group the front, I group the back. And now I look and say, hey, what factors out of this 3x squared minus 3x? Well, a 3 comes out, as does an x. I'm left behind with an x, because 3x times x is 3x squared, minus 3x times what's a 3x? A 1. Plus, does anything factor out here? No. We're going to put a 1 out here. Okay, nothing factors out. So we just put a 1 there. Now, notice they both have a what? X minus 1 and a x minus 1. So that actually gets factored out front. And then you have what's left behind, the 3x plus what? 1 equals 0. So we've now factored that piece right here down into a binomial of x minus 1 and the other binomial 3x plus 1. And we have it set equal to 0. So all we got to do now is set this piece equal to 0 and set this piece equal to 0. Add 1, x is 1. There's one possibility. Subtract 1, 3x is negative 1. Divide by 3, you're going to get x is negative 1/3. You should plug them both back in to double check, but they both are going to work here. So we have our solutions, and technically what happens is we're graphing this guy and it's crossing at 1. It's also crossing right here at negative 1/3. It's a parabola swinging down like that and hitting them in those spots. Those are the values we're actually finding. We're finding the x-intercepts. There's problem number 5 for you.